Level 1. The Forbidden Copy. You are 9 years old, sitting cross-legged on a friend's bedroom floor, and the volume is turned down low enough that his mother won't hear it through the door. On the screen, a stolen car screeches around a corner in Liberty City, and a police siren starts wailing behind it. Your friend's older brother is the one who owns the copy. He guards the control like it's a weapon, but tonight he lets you have 5 minutes. Your palms sweat on the controller. You drive the wrong way down a one-way street just to see what happens. Nothing happens. That's the part that breaks your brain a little. No invisible wall, no mission failed, just a city that lets you exist in it however you want. You hear footsteps outside the door, and your friend fumbles to switch the input back to cable television, heart hammering, controller shoved under a pillow like evidence. The moment passes. Nothing was found. But something in you has already changed permanently. You've seen a world with no rules, and now every other game feels like a cage with the door locked from outside. You go home that night and lie about what you did. You tell your mother you played a racing game. Technically, that's not even a lie. Level 2. The obsession begins. You are 12, and you finally have your own copy, bought with birthday money you were supposed to save. San Andreas is loaded on your console before the plastic wrap even hits the trash can properly. You spend an entire weekend just driving. Not doing missions, just driving from Los Santos up through the countryside toward San Fierro, watching the radio dials cycle through stations, memorizing DJ voices and songs you'll recognize instantly a decade later on a random car ride. You know the fastest route between safe houses better than you know the route to your own school. You get grounded for staying up until 3 a.m. on a school night, grinding a mission you keep failing, the helicopter one everybody remembers failing at least 11 times. Your mother finds your homework untouched on the desk, a math worksheet with your name at the top and nothing else. You get the console taken away for a week. You spend that week drawing the map from memory on the back of your notebook, just to feel close to it. You start whispering cheat codes to yourself like a private language nobody else understands. Number sequences and button combinations that summon tanks, that change the weather, that make pedestrians riot in the streets. You never tell your parents you know them. It feels like the first real secret you've ever kept. Level 3. The Online Grind. You are 17, headset clamped over your ears, sitting in a dark room lit only by the television, grinding a heist setup mission for the 4th time tonight because your crew keeps getting wiped by the same security guard. Online mode changed everything. It's not a single story anymore. It's a persistent world with your own character, your own garage, your own bank account that means absolutely nothing outside this game and everything inside it. You've spent actual hours of your actual life waiting on a loading screen, and you don't even resent it. Because the second you land in Los Santos, none of that matters. Your crew is 3 guys you've never met in person. One's in another country, one you only know by a screen name and a laugh you'd recognize anywhere. You've spent more consecutive hours talking to them through a headset than you have talking to your own cousins. You plan a heist like it's a real operation. Who hacks the cameras? Who drives? Who takes the cash? Who eats the cost if it goes wrong? The heist finally lands clean. Millions of in-game dollars hit your account. You buy a penthouse you'll visit twice. The high lasts about 4 minutes before someone in the crew says, "Again?" And you're already reloading the mission select screen, chasing the same feeling you just had. Level 4. The Fandom Deep Dive. You are 19, 3 tabs deep into a forum thread analyzing a blurry pixel in a loading screen that someone insists is a hidden teaser for the next game. You know it's probably nothing. You read all 6 pages anyway. You've watched theory videos longer than some documentaries grown adults with production-quality microphones dissecting a single billboard texture found in the game files, cross-referencing it with a tweet from a Rockstar employee posted 4 years ago. You have opinions about which radio station has the best lineup. You have opinions about which protagonist's story arc hit hardest. You've had actual arguments, online, at midnight, about whether a mission from over a decade ago holds up better than the newer ones. You know Easter eggs nobody in your regular life has ever heard of. The ghost car sightings, the cryptic hints hidden in strange corners of the map that fans have spent years trying to explain. You've spent money on merchandise just to own something physical connected to a world that only exists on a screen. Your non-gaming friends think it's strange, this depth of devotion to something they consider a kid's hobby. You've stopped trying to explain it to them. This community understands something about you that nobody else bothers to ask about. Level 5. The Announcement Drought. You are 23, refreshing a social media page for the 11th time this hour, waiting for a company that hasn't confirmed anything in years to post literally anything. The wait has become its own culture. Years pass between mainline games, and in that silence, fans build entire mythologies out of nothing. A font change on a corporate logo becomes national news in the community. A single leaked image, blurry and unverified, spreads faster than actual breaking news. You've refreshed a countdown timer that turned out to be for a completely unrelated announcement, and you still felt the crash of disappointment in your chest like it mattered. When the trailer finally drops, you're at work, and you watch it on your phone in a bathroom stall because you cannot wait the 4 hours until your shift ends. Your hands are shaking slightly. The trailer is barely a minute and 30 seconds long, and you've watched it 14 times by midnight, freeze-framing individual seconds, cross-referencing them against fan theories that are already circulating within the hour. You call the same friend from your online crew, the one you've never met in person, and neither of you needs to say much. You just watch it together over a video call, both silent, both feeling the exact same thing at the exact same second, an ocean apart. Level 6. Adult Life versus the Game. You are 27, home from a 9-hour shift, and the console sits untouched for entire weeks at a time now, gathering a thin layer of dust you keep meaning to wipe off. You used to have entire weekends. Now you have maybe 90 minutes on a good night, squeezed in after dinner is cleaned up and before you need to sleep for the next shift. You log into online mode and your crew has scattered. One of them got married, one moved cities, one just vanished from the game entirely, the way people do when real life finally catches up to them. You play solo more now. Sometimes you don't even play the story. You just drive around Los Santos at 2 a.m. with the radio on, the way you did when you were 12, chasing a version of peace you can't find anywhere else. Your partner asks why you're still playing a game you've had for years, and you don't have a clean answer. Because the honest one, that it's the last unchanged thing from a version of yourself you miss, sounds too heavy for a casual question at 11 p.m. You catch yourself whispering an old cheat code under your breath out of pure muscle memory, and you almost laugh at how strange it is that your fingers still remember a sequence from over 15 years ago better than they remember some of your own family's birthdays. Level 7. The Release Day. You are 31, and you took the day off work for this. No other reason given, no other reason needed. The new game releases at midnight, and you're standing in a line outside a store with strangers who are, in this one specific moment, not strangers at all. Someone in line has driven 4 hours. Someone else brought their kid, 7 years old, clutching a pre-order receipt like a golden ticket, and you catch yourself watching the kid's face and feeling something complicated happy for them, and a little envious of a version of yourself that got to experience all of this for the first time, once, a long time ago. The doors open. You get your copy. You don't even wait to get home. You're playing it on your phone's hotspot in the car, engine running, before you've even left the parking lot. The opening cutscene hits, and years of waiting collapse into a single moment that lasts less than 5 minutes. Your chest actually tightens. You think about the 9-year-old on a friend's bedroom floor, volume turned down low, watching a stolen car screech around a corner for the very first time. You wonder if he'd recognize you now. Level 8. The Realization. You are 34, 3 months after release, and the game sits in your library alongside 100 hours logged. And something feels different this time, in a way you can't quite name at first. You load it up on a random Tuesday night and drive through the city slowly, the way you used to, radio on, no mission active. The map is more detailed than it's ever been. The lighting is better. Every technical thing you could ask for is here. But the specific feeling from when you were 12, that raw, unearned wonder of a world with no walls, doesn't arrive the way it used to. You realize somewhere around midnight, staring at a loading screen you've seen 1,000 times, that the game didn't change. You did. You've spent 2 decades chasing a feeling that belonged to a version of yourself with nothing else weighing on him. No bills, no job, no grief, no thinning list of people who still call you back. The game is just a mirror now, showing you exactly how much has shifted in the years between one console and the next. You don't stop playing, you just play differently. Less chasing the high, more sitting quietly in a fictional city that's outlived several versions of your own life. Level 9. The cycle continues. You are in a store on a Saturday afternoon. An adult now, with your own reasons for being there, and you notice a kid loitering by the game display. Maybe 9 years old, phone tilted at an angle clearly meant to hide something from a parent 2 aisles over. You recognize the posture immediately, because it used to be yours. The furtive glance, the volume already anticipated to be turned down low, the private thrill of a world he's not technically supposed to have access to yet. You don't say anything. You just watch him slip the phone back into his pocket as his mother rounds the corner, his face doing the exact same practiced innocence yours used to do at that age. You think about the friend's bedroom floor, the stolen car, the siren, the 5 minutes that changed something in you permanently. You walk out of the store without buying anything, and somewhere behind you, in an aisle lit by fluorescent lights, a new 9-year-old is about to discover a city with no walls for the very first time, already being pulled, without knowing it, into the same 20-year cycle you're still living inside of.